Season 6, Mercedes KOX, congratulations!
Good evening and welcome to Winters Racing League. It is the night you've all been waiting for. I'm Marty B. This is me face. Back in the hot seat, and tell you what, it's going to be exciting. I know you've all been waiting. There's been controversy, tribulation, success and heartbreak through season 6. Now it's time to set all those feelings aside, open a cold drink or put the kettle on, and let Marty B soothe you with the sounds of driver allocation. You know it. I know it. You're going to see it live. It is time to buckle up and neck up your Pelicans. Draft night is finally upon us, but of course, wouldn't be the same without the man who single-handedly built Rome in a day. Here's the music to your ears and the butter on your toast. It gives me such pleasure to welcome my partner in crime. He puts the B in Marty B, your Inters League owner and Haas team principal. Man, he talks the good stuff. Well, I talk the garbage. Broseph Coop, welcome to Sky Race Control, brother. How are you?
Marty B, thank you so much, mate. Doing fabulous, mate. Here again, of course. So good to have you hosting tonight. We are here, back for Inters draft night with season 7 just around the corner. Round 1 this Friday night. So we are going to kick things off with a quick recap of last season. I'm going to start off with the Season 6 overall Constructors Champions. Of course, won by Red Bull. Their team principal was Timmy. You had the runner-up there, Aston Martin, and Wayne Morris, the team principal, gave the Red Bulls a run all the way to the end. Tier 3, we had the champion there, of course, Tetris, the co-host, the co-owner, I should say, of Inters, driving for Williams. He was the champion. The runner-up, J-Man. The Tier 2 champion, of course, was Matty AU from Red Bull. Runner-up was Medi. The Tier 1 champion, of course, the bridesmaid, finally, KLX, being the bride for Season 6, Mercedes. And the runner-up there, Chill Pill, of course. Fantastic season, Season 6, Marty. And, of course, we've opened up Season 7 with crossplay. A lot of new drivers coming in. So this season is going to be absolutely epic, highly competitive. But right now, we are going to take some time to go through the Season 7 Inters Racing League team principals. So first up, we're going to go through Mercedes. Of course, returning is Aussie 2K Go. He finished 3rd last season for Mercedes. Next up, we have Sauber, and that is Parzival. He is returning. He finished 5th last season. Alpine, we have returning Buster. He was the team principal for Alpine last season, finished 6th. In Williams, we have the team principal, TMT Legend, who was returning. He was 7th last season. Aston Martin, team principal will be Ray Ray. Of course, Ray Ray, the USA member from Season 1, the OG from Inters. Haas, of course, we have Broseph. He's returning from last season where I finished last, unfortunately. Red Bull, we have the new team principal, Sam. Very excited to see what Sam can do with his Red Bulls. McLaren, obviously, we have the new team principal, Devastator, who was taking over from Powers, who finished 4th last season and handed over those reins to Devastator. We have the Ferrari team principal, the Battle Cat, the authentic Italian. So fantastic to see the Battle Cat getting a run there. And RB, we have the new team principal, Checkered Flag, from Tier 1. And it's going to be outstanding to see what he can do. Very excited for his team and to be a team principal. All right, Marty B, it's time to bring up the Tier 1 driver pool. We're going to have a look, and we're going to go over some of these new names. We're going to have a look at some of the guys that we saw from last season who are outstanding. So, look, some of these new drivers you should be able to see on screen there. We have KM5. We have Meows Gaming, who's obviously done really well in the qualifying sections of preseason. Cade McIntyre. we have Apollo Pepsi, Blicky, Frosty, of course, who did fabulous last season when he came in for Aston Martin. And, of course, the old Inters crew that we know well, KLX, Chill Pill, Yusuf, and those likes. So, Marty B, I think it might be time, mate.
Oh, I think it's time, brother. I think it's time. All right, so let's do it. I know everyone's been waiting for it. And of course, Broseph, mate, you have got pick one, tier one. Pick one, tier one. What an accomplishment. Bit of luck, bit of skill. But pick one for Haas. Also, you're the team principal for Haas. You can't exactly tell us live, but...
look.
I've been stewing. What a pull, mate. What a pull.
Mate, the pool, I could have taken probably 15 names to be the overall number one pick. It's just outstanding. So, look, I've been stewing for a little while back and forth, but the pick is in. So, we will find out. There we have it. Served it up cold, mate.
Absolute banger.
Yeah, mate.
Let me just mark that down.
Just couldn't pass up the young man. Outstanding preseason. Of course, we know he's one of the quickest drivers on the grid anywhere in the Oceania League. Now we're going to move on to pick two. Overall is Mercedes. So team principal Aussie 2K Goat will be up next. He will be putting his pick in, and of course, Marty. He's just got a stacked list to choose from there. Who do you think that Mercedes team principal might be choosing?
Oh, mate, to be honest, I can't even fathom the words. I mean, there's clicks out there. There's Chill Pill, you know. There's Liquid Jake. I've heard a lot of good things about Mr. Cool Cars. We're about to see who it is going to be, bro. So let's cut it short.
Got a feeling I know who it's going to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's got to be.
It's got to be. Clicks, of course, the champion from last season. Obviously he was absolutely riding for Mercedes, won the championship there, so it's no surprise to see Aussie 2K Goat pick the champion from last season. Pick number 3.
We've got Red Bull, we've got Sammy, the man. I killed him at Jeddah, so he is reincarnated as the Red Bull TP. Pick number 3, and of course pick number 18 at the other end of the field. Let's go, Sammy. What have we got here? Oh, you're going to have to help me on this one, Broseph. It's a new name.
Look, Apollo Pepsi. He is new to the league, but he has made quite an impact so far, especially in the preseason, really stacking up well against the Tier 1 members that we have here, the drivers that we have here already. Apollo Pepsi's put his hand up for a commentary role and also to be the Tier 3 coordinator this season at Inters. So he's made quite an impact, and to be picked 3 overall, outstanding. Well done. Congratulations, Apollo Pepsi. Next up, of course, we have Ferrari and the Battle Cat team principal. Very interesting to see who's going to go pick 4 overall.
Pick is in. Let's go.
Ooh, wow.
Another new one.
Yep. Now, Meows Gaming, otherwise known as McJammy Dodge, I believe. So, look, he absolutely made a big splash during preseason. Absolutely killed it in time trials. I believe he was a second quicker than some drivers at some tracks.
Oof.
Now, I'm not sure that he's that well known at doing league racing, but a bit of a shot in the dark there, but I don't think it was a bad pick at all. Number 4 overall, Meows Gaming. Congratulations to Ferrari. Next up, of course, we have Sauber. So that's going to be Jesse. Of course, Parzival, well known around the traps of racing, one of the owners of VSC. So pick number 5 overall in Tier 1. Wow. Blicky official. So Blicky's another new one, fresh on the scene, made another good impact during preseason. Actually a good mate with Frosty, has been riding me to pick him to be Frosty's teammate, but I knew he was going to go on the top 10. So Blicky will be going number 5 overall to Sauber.
A lot of new names out here. Broseph, of course, Aston Martin with Ray Ray next, pick number 6 and pick number 15. Ray Ray, he's OG. He is the American all the way from the United States of America. And the lime green, let's go.
Cade McIntyre, mate. So I've heard a lot about Cade McIntyre around the traps. Don't know him from Inters, but he is very well known to have our amazing pace and has been known to match it with Frosty in terms of race pace. So to be picked number 6 overall, going to Aston Martin, Ray Ray team principal, I think that's an outstanding pick. So congratulations, Cade. Welcome to Winters, mate.
Let's pick number 7, Broseph Williams, who in real life...
Williams will be up next. Of course, TNT legend. We've just been informed that the pick is in. Oh, SFR Fins. So, look, all I know about this man, he actually hasn't done any preseason, I believe, that I could see in Inters, but I've heard that SFR Fins has the pace to match KLX. So pick number 7 for Williams. That's outstanding. Yet to see what they can really do on the Inters grid. But these top 7 drivers so far all have the capability of taking home race wins.
Yeah, look, a lot of good names on the board still, to be honest. Names that I would have thought would have gone already. Of course, McLaren next, pick number 8, Devastator, the TP. I raced for McLaren last season. Broseph. So let's see who's going to the papaya. Websy, of course it is. I raced with Websy last season. Fantastic bloke behind the scenes. Just, man, he just had a few unfortunate moments, but it's great to see him back at the papaya. That is obviously what colour his blood runs pure. So Websy to McLaren.
Yep, so Alpine will be up next. That's Buster, pick 9. So great to see Websy with the reconnection there to McLaren, obviously, last season, as you were mentioning there, Marty B. So interesting first pick here for Buster. I know he didn't have a lot of great luck last season with his picks in Tier 1. The pick is in. K5M21. Now, again, in the preseason, KM was matching it with the very best that Inters has to offer. So he's going to slot in perfectly. As I mentioned before, any of these guys in the top 10, really worthy an overall number 1 pick. I can't wait to see this grid performing this season. So that's another outstanding pick. Next pick, of course, Marty B.
Yeah, of course, RB. Next pick on the board, the sister team to the Red Bull. Checker flag. Your TP is chosen.
Yusuf the GOAT.
Yeah, I would have thought, I don't know, maybe he should have gone earlier, Broseph. Of course, he's going to be paired with Checkered Flag himself in the RB's sister team. So absolutely rapid driver. I reckon RB's got a great chance this season.
That's a great selection, as you said, paired with Checkered Flag. So we've got Alpine up next. Pick 12 will be Buster again, going pretty much back-to-back there. So hopefully he's got a name ready to go. But yeah, Checkered Flag, pick number 11, obviously will be himself for RB. And to pair himself with Yusuf, outstanding. Of course, Yusuf was an OFI representative for Inters in the recent series. All right, so Alpine up next.
It's been an Alpine sandwich for RB. Let's go.
Wow. All right, another new one off the board. So Ant WRC. Of course, in the preseason, again, Marty, he was matching it with the top one, the Tier 1 guys. So, yep, he's going to slot in just perfectly. And interesting to see how he's going to do against the rest of these absolute murderers in Tier 1. Next up, of course.
Of course. McLaren. Pairing up with Websy. What a great teammate. Let's go. The papaya, who is going to be jumping in the garage next to Websy. Shawnee, I've got in.
So
That's
Shawnee,
Shawnee. He was also McLaren last season, if you remember rightly. So, I mean, another typical pairing. Fantastic drivers in themselves. Up there in the top. What did Websy finish? About the top 3. Was it second?
Websy, I believe, was 4th. Yeah, overall. So
yes,
yeah, Shawnee had a fantastic season in his first season at McLaren. So congratulations, Shawnee. Welcome back to the team. Williams up next, obviously, with pick 14. So TMT legend with the next pick. And there's still a bunch of rapid guys to choose from. The pick is in. Liquid Jake comes off the board. Obviously, was racing for Aston Martin last season in Tier 2. Was asked to be called on to be moved up to Tier 1 a little bit last season with his pace. So he's actually put his hand up specifically for Tier 1 this season. So good to see Liquid Jake taken there, and he will get a full-time drive for Season 7.
Absolutely rapid last season, Broseph. Season 6, he was just super quick. I raced against him, and he is just in another league of his own. Sometimes 4, 5, 6, 10 seconds ahead of the field at the end of the race. So what a fantastic driver that is, I'll tell you what. Paired with, of course, SFR. So Aston Martin, Ray Ray. Pick 6, pick 15, Aston Martin. For Ray Ray, let's go. Who is pick number 15?
That's a fantastic pick. Now, I can tell you that I actually chose Tyler with my number 5 pick overall last season in Tier 1. And Tyler picked up a podium for me, I believe, in the first couple of races. Outstanding pick there. He returns. Great to see Tyler back in the full-time grid. He had to leave halfway through last season, unfortunately, just due to personal circumstances. But he's back, and pick number 15 overall. Congratulations, Tyler. We're going to move on to pick 16, which is Sauber. Team Principal Jesse, pick us in.
I was just thinking about Chill Pill. I was just looking at my list, Broseph. I was just thinking, man, how has this guy not gone yet? Absolutely rapid. Who did he drive for last season? He drove for...
Chill Pill was a Red Bull, and he
Bull.
finished second overall. I know he has had a little bit of difficulty adjusting to maybe some new settings and the new game. So it is a surprise to see him so late, but I'm glad to see Chill Pill get his full-time seat. He absolutely deserves that.
Absolutely. So next up is, let's be honest, it is our car of hearts. It is the Scarlet Ferrari, the Battle Cat, the Cattle Bat. There's a lot of stats behind the scenes. Let's go, the Battle Cat.
Okay, so GLX Cams. I know Cam quite well from the preseason, has had some outstanding times posted. I know he's having a little bit of transition with some assists as well. Absolutely has the pace for Tier 1. I know the Battle Cat was talking him up, so congratulations, Cam. We have Red Bull up next, pick 18, so obviously Sam there. He will make the next choice. There's a few drivers left in the Tier 1 pool, a few left in the Tier 1/Tier 2. So Sammy obviously has to pick wisely here. All right. Okay, so I'm a noob.
Yeah,
All right, fantastic pick there. I'm a noob. Yeah, he returns on the grid. He missed last season, but he's absolutely outstanding in Tier 1. Obviously, Aussie 2K GOAT will be Mercedes pick in 19, being the team principal. And next is Haas, the final pick of Tier 1. So that's down to Broseph. That is myself.
Broseph, who even is that guy?
Okay.
One and pick number 20. Absolutely fantastic. Great team. Who is it going to be? Who is going to be? Frosty. Frosty, a fantastic driver. We just think back to, I've been racing with Broseph for a lot of seasons. It's been a good time through all of the years. Shout out to all the boys. Shout out to the boys. That's amazing. Broseph,
Pick us in.
who are you picking the back? Bambi, that's a great pick, Broseph. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Bambi,
thank you.
we watched him last season. We
Congratulations.
watched him budding from a fawn into a full-grown deer. Even though his mother did not die in the meadow, he absolutely just took that one away. Oh, that's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah. Look, I was surprised to see Bambi still there in pick 20. He did a really good job last season for Red Bull, so can't wait to see what he does. Obviously, pair with Frosty there, the number 1 overall pick.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see, mate. I'd love to be there on the grid with those guys, but unfortunately, I'm not really tier 1 pace, to be honest. But looking at that list of drivers, Broseph, honestly.
All right,
United
so
tier
there it
1.
is. So all the boys are going to take their screenshots now. Make sure that they get the list of the tier 1 picks. All right, so Marty B, I think without hesitation, we're going to move on to the tier 2 pool. We're going to bring up the list of drivers right now. We're going to highlight a few. Obviously, some new faces there. SSR William, we know he's actually a mate of Buster, and we've seen him in preseason. He's done some outstanding times, really rapid. Could have probably been on the tier 1 list as well. Another one there that stands out, Milo's lad, fairly new, a lot of pace, known around the traps, Rush Racing League, Ghost Rider as well. That's another standout there, a new name, a lot of pace there. Obviously returning, you've got the Letter P, who had an outstanding debut rookie season at Inters Racing League. He'll be looking to go early. Matty AU, of course, the returning champion from Tier 2 last season. Daniel Starr, outstanding driver in Tier 2. He'll go early. And then, of course, you've got Tetris, the Tier 3 champion who moved up to Tier 2.
Eddie.
I reckon we'll get this one cracking, Marty B.
I reckon you're right.
Is going to be first up. So that's Sam. And the pick is in.
Chicken flag for RB.
Sorry, RB. Let's check it flag.
Oh,
Dark
what a
and
banger.
Shadow. Yeah, look, there was a few whispers around that Dark and Shadow was going to get picked by RB, given that he is quite close friends there with Checkered Flag. Now, Dark and absolutely just lit up the Tier 2 grid when he was signed to Red Bull. I believe he won something like 5 out of 8 races.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
it was. So, look, I know he's dealing with a few different assist changes this season, so congratulations. Pick number 1 overall, Tier 2. Ferrari. Up next, Marty.
It is Ferrari. It's the Cattle Bat, the Battle Cat. With the... Let's go. Oh,
Teddy!
shout
goes
out
number 2
Teddy!
overall.
Teddy goes to Scarly.
Get in there. You better wear a
Oh.
Tetris shirt, a Ferrari shirt, Tetris. Want to see you dressed in red like Lewis Hamilton, mate. All right, so next pick, number 3, will be
What a
Alpine.
great pick.
That's Buster. Oh, fantastic to see Tetris go so early. All right, the pick is in for Alpine. I've got a feeling I know what's going to be. It's Daniel Starr. Of course it is. Yep. Fantastic there. Congratulations, Daniel. Outstanding driver. Marty, you know him well.
I do know him well. I have had a few runs with Daniel Starr, but he is just the best bloke. Always messages after we have an incident. We're like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, man, I'm so sorry. He's just the best guy on and off the track. Amazing to race beside him. So fantastic to see him going to Alpine for a full-time seat. Ah, man, honestly, already this is looking fantastic as a Tier 2. I'm terrified. I'm almost kind of glad that I'm not racing, man.
Yeah, well, you remember I messaged you and said, have a look at the Tier 2 list. You could probably be fighting for a championship here, and you pulled your head in like a turtle.
Well, wow. I'll put my head in the sand like an ostrich. But I'll be around. I'll just wait. But of course, pick number 4 and 17, Haas Broseph. That is you, the man himself.
Pick us in, mate.
Pick is in.
Yep. Not a hard one. I went with Scotty.
Yeah.
Yep. Very well known. Obviously a Tier 1 driver for seasons on end at Inters here. one of the most outstanding commentators that you will find in online racing. So, Scotty, congratulations. Welcome to the team, mate. You will be joining Frosty and Bambi so far.
Yeah.
Next up,
Scotty, he's so good to listen to on the stream, eh? He's so good. So good.
Oh,
he's my favourite.
Yeah,
Absolutely
his overlays,
professional.
stepping it up this season.
Definitely.
So, obviously,
next,
Red Bull. Sorry, mate.
Sorry. No, I was going to say next up, pick number 5, Red Bull, Sammy. Sammy, pick number 16 and 5. Pick is in. Let's go. Who's Sammy going to take on? Goes from McLaren.
Outstanding.
Goes from McLaren to Red Bull. That is, I don't know if it's an upgrade or a downgrade. Shout out eBay if you're watching the stream, brother. Such a good time racing with you last season. Of course, I reckon you're gonna have a banger. You're gonna have an absolute banger. You did so well last season. I think you got I'm gonna go P6 maybe just in front of me, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Such a good time. Such a good bloke, bro. Such a good bloke. Can you tell us anything else about him?
Oh, look, he just slotted in so well into this last season, obviously in McLaren, and he joined us in comms for pretty much every race as well.
He did.
Yeah, just outstanding pick there. Was tossing up whether to pick him P4 overall, so congratulations, eBay boy, to pick 5. Sauber is the next pick. Parzival, obviously, the team principal. Number 6, Tier 2, pick us in. Wow, Crispy.
It's a banger.
Yeah, Crispy, of course, we know him from Tier 1. I picked Crispy in Tier 1 a few seasons ago. Outstanding. He's been at Inters since Season 1. He's come back in this season after missing last season. I've seen some of his time trial times. Very quick. Pick number 6 overall, Crispy. Congratulations. Welcome back to Winters, mate. Fantastic, Jesse. Great pick there, number 6. Williams, I think, is number 7. That's next up, Marty B. What do you reckon?
Oh, crikey. Who knows? Could be anybody. Frito. Huh? Oh, the letter P.
The letter
Straight
P.
from Ferrari. Man, I'll tell you what. Rookie of the season for me. He just had such a cracker. Of course, he was in comms with us through. And just...
Battlecats teammate.
He grew. He was... Yeah. Absolutely. The letter P, of course, we all changed our names in Discord to be the little various names of the starting about names. So the letter P, well done. Full-time seat. Williams for TMT Legend is the TP. McLaren up next. McLaren 8 and 10. It is a McLaren sandwich for Mercedes. Devastator. The letter P goes to Williams. McLaren up next.
Yeah,
man, there's some good names going off the board.
Yeah, will be McLaren. The pick is in. Little Sheldon. So we only know him from preseason at Inters. I know he's absolutely rapid. There's no doubt about it. I'd say the Devastator would have some inside information there from other leagues. So to be picked number 8 overall, Little Sheldon, congratulations, mate. Next pick will be Mercedes. So Aussie 2K GOAT, pick 9 overall in Tier 2. Still a lot of good names there, Marty B. No doubt about that.
Absolutely. Look at the list.
Look, you'd have to think maybe the champion from last season. It's Mertz. Wow. So obviously, I know very well when it comes to Mertz. We all know Mertz very well, don't we? But especially, I've been team principal to Mertz for probably 3 seasons altogether. He's an outstanding young driver. You just got to make sure to keep his focus on his racecraft, and he will absolutely deliver points. Was chasing Mercy for a championship a few seasons ago. So congratulations, Mertz. Back in Tier 2, where you find yourself, you belong. Pick 10 is McLaren Devastator. The pick is in.
Papaya. Amazing McLaren. Who is going to pair Little Sheldon? It is
Jono Baboon.
Jono Baboon. What a banger of a name.
Oh, he's great. Look, Jono Baboon's fairly well known in other racing leagues. He's quite new to Winters, but
That's my favourite
shot me a
name.
personal message. Very keen for a Tier 2 drive, and not surprising to see him go pick 10 overall in Tier 2. I had a bit of an inside word to Battlecat about Jono Baboon, and some good words being spread around about him. So to McLaren, pick 10, I think Devastator's absolutely drafting very nicely today. Pick 11 will be Aston Martin, of course. Ray, the team principal, is up next. Okay, SSR William. Know him very well, of course, at the start of the Tier 2 driver pool. I mentioned a good mate of Buster's, Rapid. Could probably be Tier 1 based pace as well. So congratulations, SSR William. He will be going to Aston Martin.
A few new names on there, to be honest. I don't know some of these people. Of course, I've not been involved, but Mercedes Aussie 2K, pairing with Mertz. In going to be pairing with Mertz in the Mercedes with Silver Arrows.
All right, so Milo's lad, another new one that I mentioned at the start. I just know he's got a lot of pace. I know he's keen for a seat. I know he'll be probably going head-to-head with Mertz in a few races, so it'll be a new rivalry to just check in on from time to time. So congratulations, Milo's lad. Pick number 12 overall going to Mercedes.
Sauber, pick number 13, Parsi. Pick number 6, going with Crispy. Crispy's a fantastic pick. Who is going to be the other seat in the garage for Sauber? Because the new season, the new team this season, sorry. The pick's in. Brian Bromley.
Yeah, great pick. Yeah, we know Brian very well from around the traps, especially at Inters. Tier 2 is a really good slot for him, and no doubt he'll be finishing up towards the top end of the ladder, no doubt about it. Brian is a top 10 consistent driver.
He really is.
Yeah, if he can just have things go his way this season, he could very easily find himself on the podium more often than not. Williams will be the next pick, pick number 14. And we've got a TMT legend back at it again.
Ex-Ferrari driver, letter P, has now moved over to Williams. Of course, TP legend. It's his. Hey, let's go.
Mathieu. Yep, he had to have gone. Yep, no doubt about it. He was the champion from last season.
Yep. In
Red Bull. What do you know about Mathieu?
Oh, I know he's interesting to be on track with. He's sort of a bit of a squeezer like myself, gets his elbows out. I wouldn't call him aggressive, but he's just fantastic to race against. I did have a few incidents with him. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Austria or somewhere like that, where I sort of got a little bit side by side. But he's a good bloke. He's a good bloke. I rate him.
No doubt about it.
I rate his pace.
Yeah, well, any good champion will have his elbows out, no doubt about it.
That's right.
We are moving back to Aston Martin, so there were some trades in the trade period post the selection, the draft selection. So we have another pick here for Aston Martin. Ray back at 15. The pick is in. Oh, fantastic pick there, Ghost Rider. He's been showing a lot of potential in the preseason. That's a great pick. So Sam will be the next pick for Red Bull, putting himself in there, obviously pairing with eBay Boy. Now Haas is up next. That's Broseph's pick, obviously myself.
It is your pick. The man himself. Don't start panicking. Don't start panicking.
Marty.
You've got some pretty good picks so far. I'll tell you what, pairing with Scotty, the legend on the comms mic here, is just a pleasure to listen to. Obviously, I've dabbled in commentary before, as you well all know. But if ever anybody was to fill my shoes, I'll tell you what, I'd have Scotty there any time. Scotty 793 for Haas, Tier 2. He's going to be an absolute banger. I hope everybody's enjoying the new game, by the way, for those listening. Just while filling a bit of space. Of course, Marty B, myself, I have not bought the new game yet. I'll be around. You'll see me. So Haas Broseph. Number 60.
Yep. The
Number
pick
4,
is in.
pairing with Scotty. TP has Toast.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Toxic Toast from seasons ago, but definitely a rapid driver. He's actually known as Mitch 33 around the traps these days. We saw him in preseason, was looking rapid as ever, and pick 17 overall in Tier 2. Toxic Toast, you'll be paired with Scotty. Congratulations, mate. Alpine is the next pick for 18. That'll be Buster, of course. The team principal there, looking to pair with Daniel Starr. It's JT Callie. Yeah,
Now he
I
was.
knew it was going to be Callie.
Was he McLaren last season? No.
Callie got signed to Williams halfway through the season. He wasn't actually available for the first part of it, but came through. I know he's got a really strong connection to Buster and the boys there. So Buster was worried that I may have picked Callie just before him, but I'm sure he'll be wrapped to secure Callie with pick 18. Of course, pick 19 will be Ferrari, the Battle Cat himself, pairing with Tetris. So congratulations, boys. What a combination. You two will have a fantastic season there in the Ferrari. RB, the final pick for 20, will be paired with with Dark and Shadow. So Checkered Flag, just waiting on that pick. So it's going to be interesting.
RB, of
There's
course,
a fair few names. Yep, we've got the
RB
likes of
of
Granny
course,
Fatty. We've got Aussie M8. There's Swiss Lord, of course, who was moved up to Tier 2 last season, had a really good Tier 3 debut season a few seasons ago. We've got Griddo, of course, who returns to the Tier 2 grid. He missed last season. There's the likes of Batman. The pick is in. Grandson Nips, let me take this away. Nipsey. Nipsey. Yep, outstanding name. Look,
That's fantastic.
Checkered Flag is going to have some inside information on Grandson Nips. He's known around some other leagues, known to have a fair bit of pace. Could have actually ended up on the Tier 1 grid. So to be pick number 20 in Tier 2, I'm sure Checkered Flag is wrapped with that one. We're going to move on to the Tier 3 pool, driver pool. We're going to have a look at some of these names. Now, of course, the new ones that we know well, J-Man, obviously, runner-up to Tetris last season. You've got Mercy, who was on the Tier 1 grid last season. He's had a lot of changes to his assists, his equipment as well. So he is actually sitting on the Tier 3 driver pool at the moment, Mercy. You've got T. Simmons, Batman, Junkyard Dog, Jenneth Lee, of course, still there. Some of the new names, King Dogger, Zandon coming over from VSC. You've got Forza and Bozzy, well known around the traps as well. Without any ado, I think we should just get the Tier 3 draft order underway, Marty B.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of new names in there, bro. So of course, I can see you. I can see Crowjag. I've heard that name before. Bang. Argo, I've seen that name. A-Dog. Who else can we say? Parsi. Parsable Mercy. Mercy's there too, but we've got Aston Martin Ray Ray. Pick number 1 is going to roll out.
The pick is in. Wow, Tim Simmons goes number 1 overall. Now, I know Simmons was moved from Tier 2 to Tier 3 just in the last few days. So that absolutely increased his worthiness, I guess, in Tier 3, and he's taken number 1 overall. Congratulations, T. Simmons. Marty B, what do you know about him?
T7, I know. Oh, we've had some run-ins. I know we have. I watched him. I remember watching him around Baku. It was a fantastic time. I'm sure it was Baku on a social or a league race. Not a bad racer, to be honest. But he's aggressive.
Very consistent.
I know that. He's very consistent, though.
Look, if there's a gap, T. Simmons will go for it.
Absolutely.
So fair play to him. Yeah, fantastic. He's going to do very well in Tier 3, so congratulations, Aston Martin. Next up is Mercedes, so Aussie 2K GOAT. Second pick is in. It's Mercy. Of course it is.
Is it
fantastic
Mercy?
pick there.
In Tier 3?
Wow.
How did he squeeze in there?
So look at this. You've got Aussie 2K Goat, you've got KLX, and you've got Mercy, all reunited in the same team for Mercedes. Those boys will be absolutely doing backflips. So Mercy, congratulations. Pick 2 overall, going to Mercedes. Aussie 2K Goat, he's absolutely stoked.
Smashing it. Alpine Buster, pick number 3 and pick number 18. Sounds like the pick might be in, actually. Let's go TP. Pick. It's in. What
It's the
junkyard?
Junkyard Dog. Fantastic pick there.
I remember reporting
So-
that guy, and I'm pretty sure it was actually my fault.
Yeah, look, I love the Junkyard Dog. He's
I
one
love
of
him.
he's
He's
one of our
awesome.
blokes. He's a bit over the hill like us. Loves his F1. Loves to have a battle out there. Highly competitive. Got a lot of points in his debut season for Inters in season 6 last season. Did a really good job for Mercedes. So to see him pick 3 in tier 3, fantastic. Williams is up next. So we've got TNT Legend, the team principal. Pick 4, number 4 overall for tier 3. So E. Kotze has been chosen number 4 overall. Now, little bit of contention here. I know last season there was a Kotze who was chosen in pick 4. This is E. Kotze, so I believe it is a new driver to Inters. So the next pick will be me, Marty. I better get my move on here.
Well, you better pick number 5 and pick number 16. Of course, we all know who you're going to pick for pick number 16, but who is going to pair with you? Who's going to sit in the seat next to you in the car, in the garage? And who is going to do the business for tier 3?
Ooh, boy. So my
Just
teammate
water. Yes.
for tier 3 for Haas is in.
I'm
very excited. To announce, I passed on this bloke last season, but J-Man, congratulations, mate. You're coming to Haas.
Oh, you did pass on him last season. I remember.
Mate, he was the runner-up to Tetris last season in Tier 3, had an outstanding season, and if he can deliver anything like that again, I will be absolutely stoked with that. Congratulations, J-Man. Pick 6 is next, Ferrari. We have the Battle Cat making his first selection in Tier 3, Marty B.
Do you know how I'm surprised he hasn't gone Dan the Racer? Dan the Racer. Honestly, if it's right now. Sure. Oh, okay, now Batman. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Batman.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Look, yeah,
But,
it was either Batman or J-Man. I just,
yeah.
hard toss-up.
That is a hard toss-up. Really likes a hard toss-up. McLaren.
Congratulations,
P number 7.
Batman. Yep, obviously Batman we know very well from VSC. One of the best blokes you'll ever meet. Just so what's the word I'm looking for? He's really he's a nice guy out on track. So the next pick will be McLaren. Williams pick is in.
Let's go TP McLaren.
Devastator.
Papaya. Jennifer.
Outstanding for Jenneth to be chosen in Tier 3. Look, I know Jenneth put his hand up last season for Tier 2 and he sucked it up and he did an outstanding job last season in Tier 2 against some really high competitive drivers there, and he did ask for a move back to Tier 3. We gave him a Tier 2, Tier 3 allocation. He got a full-time seat in the Tier 3 at McLaren. Congratulations, Jenneth. You are going to Devastator. What a fantastic pairing there. RB is up next. Pick number 8 for Tier 3, Marty B.
Let's go Sauber. Let's go RB. Checker flag. Okay, another new one, Bryce.
Yeah, so Hato, this is another one of checkered flag. Obviously, you can see that he's decided to draft some guys that aren't so well known by the TPs in Inters. These are drivers that, Inters doesn't really know really well. So Hato, we haven't seen at all in the preseason. That's a shot in the dark for most of the team principals here, but I think checkered flag knows exactly what he's doing. Congratulations, Hato. Pick number 8 overall, going to RB.
I kick Sauber up next. Parsi will pick number 14 and pick number 9. Who's going to pair with Parzival?
Zandon. All right. So I know Zandon fairly well, actually from VSC, just over the preseason, really. Good mates with Jerobot, who we know well. Outstanding preseason, you got to say, from Zandon. Was, I believe, moving up from Tier 3 pace to Tier 2 in the last few months. That's the word around the tracks anyway. So congratulations there, Zandon. Good to see you joining Inters, mate, for a full-time seat in Sauber. The boys you know well there at VSC, so congratulations. And Red Bull, Sammy's up next for pick 10.
He really is. I'll tell you who's still in there is Bang. Good names in there. Fat Eagle. Dan the Racer. Dan the Racer.
You got A-Dog as well.
Aussie mate.
Aussie mate. Now, Aussie mate was in contention for me to pick in Tier 2. So even in Tier 3, there were so many good drivers to choose from. So I'm really glad to see Aussie M8 get a seat here. Obviously, he must know the team principal well there, because he has been a bit under the radar, you'd say, the last few seasons, Aussie M8. But Sammy, fantastic choice there. Pick 10, Tier 3. You're going to be going back-to-back here, so pick 10, pick 11 for Red Bull. We'll be matching with Aussie M8.
I reckon P-Max to bag
Season 7.
Oh, there it is. Good. Yeah, that's
so
a great
Dan the
choice.
Racer. Yeah.
I can't believe he's
Alpine last season.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still even there. I'd have thought he'd gone early.
Yeah, look, Dan's very well known, but we know he loves to get his elbows out, and he just uses the track to his advantage. You could put it that way.
You could put it that way.
Well, he just knows he isn't as quick as the other drivers. This is what he tells me, but uses other things around the track, some cerebral processes to put himself in better positions. So great pick there. Number 11, Dan the Racer. He's highly competitive. Aston's up next. Ray pick 12.
He, of course, picked 12 and picked 1. But I'm so surprised Dan the Racer even lasted till lap 11. Aussie mate gone, of course. Red Bull, the double Red Bull, Dan the Racer, Aussie mate, a fantastic pairing. Zando, Hato. There's a lot of new names in there. Coatsy for Williams, TMT Legend, P4 Broseph. Of course, we all know Mercy T Salmon's Junkyard, J-Man, Batman. Jeneth Lee, the legend on the mic from, I believe he lives in Hong Kong.
He does.
Has gone to McLaren. What a legend. He's so good. I just absolutely love Jeneth Lee on the mic.
Oh, everyone loves Jeneth Lee on the mic.
He loves it and we love it. It's just such a good time. There's so much passion there. Shout out to you, Jeneth, if you're listening.
Look,
and,
while we have just a
time.
little bit of a lull here, while we're waiting for the next pick to come in, just a slight technical difficulty, I am going to speak on one of the drivers who was picked here for Williams, E. Coetzee. So I know E. Coetzee is new to Inters Racing League this season. He has not raced in previous seasons. So I'm hoping that TMT Legend has a bit of background on this driver, and he knows who he is, and isn't just the Coetzee from last season who did really well, filling in, I believe, for Mercedes. He was signed for about 6 races, I believe. All right, so moving on to pick 12 will be Aston Martin, obviously team principal Ray, and we are ready to go with that one. The pick is in.
Ray the American. Let's go. Who has Donald Trump chosen? Yeah, of course. Got to be Bang.
It's got to be Bang. Bang was a Red Bull driver last season. For most of the season, anyway. Signed by Timmy, obviously, and Bang's really improved his racecraft. So shout out to Bang. Well done, mate. Another full-time drive for you at Inters. Pick 12 overall, Tier 3 at Aston. We have RB up next, so checkered flag to make his final choice in Tier 3. He's going to be matching it with Hato. He's going to be having a look at some of these drivers at the list. I'm just going to have a look at some of these remaining, and a clear standout for me would be A-Dog. He was in Tier 2 last season. No, the season before. He was in Tier 3 with us last season. Did an outstanding job. Fozzie as well. P-Mac. Forza, one of the new drivers. Argo, Don Moore. We are ready to go. In with the next pick. RB. There you go. the 420 man himself. God, I love him. A-Dog, congratulations, mate. Full-time seat for you. Going to Checkered Flags team, RB. Fantastic to see you on the grid, mate. Oh, geez, we've got some good drivers here. Marty B, who will have the next pick?
The next pick is going to be, of course, Salva Parzival. He's going to choose himself to seat himself in a car next to Zando Games. So the next pick is going to be, of course, Ferrari Scarlet. Everybody's favourite colour is red. So the Battle Cat Ferrari pick number 15 and pick number 6 Batman is going to be paired with, it could be anybody. There's still a few good names on the board there. Fat Eagle, of course, PMAC. PMAC was an absolute banger. Efimon, he was a cracker as well.
Ooh, I know the team principal from Ferrari is having a little bit of trouble making his choice here. As you said, there's a lot of good names remaining. So
it really is.
He's just chopping them up at the moment.
He really is. I loved racing for Ferrari. I love the sound of the car. I love the look of the car, Broseph. It was such a pleasure. It's unfortunate I'm not around the track this season, but Ferrari, Battle Cat, Cattle Bat. Let's go Tippy Ferrari.
It's Kingy. Okay, so I know a little bit about this man just from the preseason because I battled him really well actually at Qatar. King Dogger, he's known as. Now, he was absolutely matching it with the likes of Batman, Jerabot, myself out there. So, Kingy, congratulations, mate. Pick number 15, going to Ferrari. Fantastic there. So, I'll look forward to a few more battles out there on track with you. Next pick, of course, is Haas. So, Broseph, myself, I'll be sitting myself there, pairing myself with J-Man, and Williams is up next. So, pick 17, back at TMT Legend. Now, there's a few names remaining here. Obviously, Bozzy's a standout. We've got PMAC, known very well around the traps. Argo, of course, improved remarkably the last few seasons with his racecraft. Donmore as well, one of the OGs from Inters Racing League, has been here since season 1. Donmore, he had a seat last season, did really well after missing out the season before. So, hope to see Donmore get a seat. There's just 4 remaining and some good names left too. Yeah, we're just waiting for TNT to come through with his pick. Marty.
F1 original Paulie.
F1 original Paulie.
Right? Am I right? Like he should have been done by now. PMAC. Yeah. I just feel like PMAC might get it.
We've got Facil strategy. If you remember from last season, Facil made his impact. There's no doubt about it. Trying to get his name out there. I know he's had a bit of issues in the preseason, getting the game late and all of his travels, but I know he is dead set keen. But yeah, as you said, F1 Paulie. I believe I drafted Paulie into our team a few seasons ago.
I think you did.
At the start in Tier 3, and he had a bit of a contentious start to the season, and he had some other things come up and had to bail, but it's great to see F1 Paulie back in at Inters. Would love to see him get a full-time seat as well. But yeah, it's going to be a squeeze. And while we mention all the drivers that do miss out, you know, don't drop your bottom lip too much because things change so quickly. Yeah. There's going to be a seat or 2 open in a moment, but we do have the next pick in. We're going to be going Williams pick 17.
He's pairing with a coach. Eagle, yeah.
And the Fat Eagle gets a seat for season 7. Now, I know Fat Eagle is friends with a lot of guys around here, such as Aussie 2K Goat. He was in the preseason. Fat Eagle for Inters had some good racing. It's great to see him get a full-time seat. Congratulations, Fat Eagle. You're back in here at Williams for pick 17 overall.
All right, Alpine up next, pick number 18. Pairing with Junkyard, the Junkyard dog himself. Has he got someone else in the kennel with him? It is going to be
all right. So, yeah, Ransfoil. I don't know anything about him at all. So, Buster, you're going to have to fill us in somehow about this pick. I'm sure you've got some inside information, but I absolutely couldn't get anything at all on Ransfoil. So, well done to sweep him under the rug and pick him with your final pick for the draft in season 7. Congratulations, Buster and Ransfoil. Aussie
All right,
2K Goat. Yep, for Mercedes. Up next.
Yeah.
Projag, Marty B.
Yeah,
I
to the
know.
Silver Arrows.
Yep, I know
of course,
Projag.
Yeah, pairing with Mercy. What can you tell us about
Yeah.
Projag?
Look, just from
OG.
seasons ago, he's been around the traps. He has not really been around at Inters the last few seasons, but I know he's been keeping his driving standards up at some of our affiliate leagues. So a bit surprising to see Crojag taken, but Aussie 2K Goat knows his drivers and he's chosen him specifically with his final choice. Congratulations, Crojag. It's great to see you back on the Inters grid for a full-time seat, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to take this last one. I'm going to take it. It is Papaya. It is the final pick of season 7. Pick number 7, pick number 20. Janet Lee is the partner. Let's go for the orange. It's not even the Orange Army. It's the Papaya Army. Dom Moore, of course. Of course it is.
Congratulations, Dom. Good to see you with the final pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, as it's known. Fantastic to see the OG of Inters, the final pick. Dom Moore, congratulations to those missed out. Yeah, unfortunate. Here are all the drivers for your Tier 3 picks for Season 7. Congratulations to all those names. Outstanding. All right, so that does wrap up the draft. But
it really does.
Amazing choices there, Marty. Geez, we're going to have to go over a few of these picks, obviously, at the end. But look, I'm just going to take us out here with a bit of an outro, mate. And Marty B, that wraps up another draft night at Inters for me and you. So I want to thank you so much, brother. Look, I'm really going to miss you this season. Can you believe Marty B hasn't even bought the game yet? So please, if you enjoy Marty B's commentary, send him a message and let him know how much that we have enjoyed his commentary over the years. Thank him, and hopefully we'll get a few cameos during the season from the man himself. Look, mate, you've made this such a good time. I'm so grateful for our community, the bonds that we've made, the good times we've shared, and the support from the lads when no other was found. This is how Inters Racing League gets down. Congrats to all the drivers selected tonight. You've earned a seat. Now go out and get some respect. To those who missed out, keep a positive attitude and you'll get an opportunity to prove yourselves, because change is always a constant and seats will be open. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Tetris and James, his whole production team. Just epic. Tetris has worked harder than anyone recently to provide the ultimate experience at Inters. Our beloved 2IC Battle Cat, who is the straw that stirs the drink that is Inters. Devo, our operations manager, Mercy and Mertz, for putting together such a dope compilation in the driver pools. Scotty, Daniel Starr, KLX, TJ, the team principals, commentators, stewards, thank you all. I love you, and we'll see you on Friday night for round 1, season 7 of Inters Racing League.